So we're speaking to my dad, and I just realized that his birthday is coming up in a few days. Today is today is the 9th. His birthday is the 14th. Um, he was born in 59, so he will be 66. I think he's 66 this year. So these videos are probably a nice little birthday present for him. So this is a video, and this is a memory that is probably a good one for any car heads. When I was about 6 or 7, no, I was about 5 or 6. My dad rebuilt a car engine. I remember him going to work every day, coming home, and literally rebuilding a car engine. He dedicated a lot of hours to rebuilding that car engine. I don't remember all the parts. I don't remember me being so young. I don't even remember him spending time telling me all the different parts that was. I just remember him coming home and spending a lot of time in front of the house. A lot of grease on his hands. My dad was a neighborhood mechanic, so he was always working on cars. But he really dedicated a lot of time working on this particular car. I don't remember the exact make and model of the car that he rebuilt this engine of, but I just remember that it was, I want to say he spent all summer, it had to be like 1986, 1987. He spent the entire summer rebuilding that engine. And he was so proud of having completing that project when he got done. But I also think that was something, that project alone kind of burnt him out on cars, because I think after that he didn't really look at doing being a mechanic the same way. He would still do oil change, brake jobs, minor stuff like spark plugs. He might change gaskets every once in a while. Minor stuff the same way, but labor-intensive projects like that, he didn't look at them the same anymore. That was the only time he ever did something that in depth. But he still loved cars. Even today, if you pull up in a car that he has not had a chance to ever get up under, he's gonna take the time to check it out and try to get to know it as best as he can. But if you ask him to do like an oil change on these newer cars, he's not gonna do it just because he don't want to mess it up. Once he went to jail in the mid 2000s and came out and realized that a lot of the newer cars were becoming more computerized, that's when he stopped. That's when he realized his limitations, and he started saying that he wasn't comfortable doing a lot of things on cars. He'll still do oil changes because he said oil changes really hasn't changed much, but he won't really do brake jobs anymore. He won't change spark plugs. He won't. Pretty much he draw the line at oil changes. And of course, he'll do other minor stuff like check your oil, change. He'll change windshield wipers, but even with that, in his 60s now, almost 70s, he have a hard time doing that because he was trying to change my windshield wipers. The front ones he had no problem with, but that back one was giving him a run for his money. I had to go on YouTube to figure out how to change the back one, and when I showed him how to do it, he was like, I would have never figured it out. It was one of them that you had to like flip this, flip that, and then it slid off. He was out there pulling and tugging, and it just wasn't coming off. And when I showed him, he was like, man. So, yeah, the guy still loves cars, but he has learned his limitations. But if you give him a something from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, especially like a big body, Cutlass, Buicks, he loved Buicks. When I tell you that man loved Buicks, he loved Buicks. Pretty much every car we had in the 80s was a Buick. And when you talk about his pickup trucks he had when we were kids, you used to be able to go through my mom's photo albums, and if you saw his pickup truck called the Old Yellow, he loved that pickup truck. But that was one thing I wish my dad would have taught me is more about cars growing up. At the very least, how to change oil and how to change my brakes. But it is what it is. At least I have the memory of him building that engine.